to see this fierce female producer bring this to life, and in the way that she did it. I believe that special movies have a special destiny, and sometimes they take a long time because it's meant to be the perfect combination, and she did it. And I think there is no other version of this that could have been better. And I am so happy that on top of it, I got to be a part of it. The film, it's about the story of a company and the love story behind it. Because there is a love story behind it, and it's very tragic. It's very tragic. The film is about obsession, about passion, about family, about betrayal, and many other juicy things that I'm sure the audience would enjoy. Pina is a very interesting woman. She's clairvoyant, she's a psychic. In the movie, she has a show on TV, not a very fancy one, where she can tell the future. And when Patrizia and Pina meet, they immediately connect with each other. And something that started as a professional relationship becomes a very strong, very important friendship for both of them. Pina is not a very sophisticated woman. She comes from humble backgrounds, like Patrizia. And when Patrizia comes into her life, she just changes the way she sees everything. She just changes everything. I think that Pina was kind of bored of her life and not excited about herself. And when this like dynamite comes along, full of not only passion, there is like almost like a madness, like an adventurous spirit. And Pina can see that Patrizia has the potential of an incredible destiny, the destiny of a queen. But also she's lonely, and they're both lonely. And they really connect with each other. Patrizia, who is played by Lady Gaga, it's a woman that she's been abused a lot, especially by the mother. And also her mother has a lot of expectations for her. And she meets Maurizio. She falls in love with him. And Maurizio is somebody with no ambition and not very active or reactive. And of course he falls in love with her madness, her spirit. And like she changes Pina's life when she comes into Pina's life, she also changes Maurizio's life completely. And they have a very torrid love affair. Lady Gaga is an extraordinary artist. Including acting in it. She's fantastic. I think part of her secret, of her special talent, because she is special in everything she does, and that's what makes her a true artist, goes beyond just being a singer or just being an actor. It's her level of commitment and passion and strength to throw herself completely at anything she does. And I feel very privileged that I was able to see and experience this with her and be a part of it in a way. The way she goes in and gives it all, every take, every day. And she was able to disappear and just become Patrizia. So it is behind this name of Gucci that a lot of people associate with fashion. And when you see the story of it, it becomes more personal. You know, there was a family with a dream that started this journey, and within their journey, there is a lot of intrigue and suspense and mystery and crime and greed and betrayal. And it's interesting when you think that it just started as a company just for a family that then becomes a saga of madness. When you're gonna do a movie about Gucci, the first thing that comes to your mind is beautiful costumes. And that is the case with Patrizia. However, in the case of Pina, the challenge was, how do you find the ugliest, most tasteless outfits that would make me look the worst? And it was kind of frustrating, but fun and funny at the same time. And especially because at some point, she does take me shopping, she does a makeover, but Pina doesn't have the taste. She might have the ambition, but doesn't quite have the taste. So without Patricia's help, she'd be completely lost. And so it's ironic that I get to do this movie about Gucci and I get to look horrific. When you work in a Ridley Scott film, you really feel the standards across the board, every single department, and it's very exciting. The sets were sublime. It was just a joy to show up and discover them every day and move in this space with the direction of Ridley Scott, that it's a master of space and geometry and blocking, and not every director gets into that, and he's just genius at it. Having a director that has experience like probably no other director. I don't think that there's one that's made more films, and more good films for sure, but that it's so young and open in his mind and gives you freedom when it's the right time and structure when you need it. I was so excited to go there, and in this occasion, we wanted me to be plump as possible. So on top of it, I had like complete freedom with the amazing food. But of course, when you are doing a character, and it's based on a true story, and on a time and a space, nothing better than to feel the spirit of this place, that it's so important, the spirit of Italy, for for Gucci, for the brand, for what it means, for the family. So I loved it. The tone of the film, it's not a typical Ridley Scott tone, just from what I saw when we were shooting. And it's a little bit bigger than life. So he took a true story that was already bigger than life and then massaged it around with all the different departments and with the cast, and every actor is amazing, and made it even bolder, bigger, heavy. You know, you feel the weight, not because it's heavy, but because there is an importance to it. And I think to really go into that universe and experience it, you're not going to get the same effect in your television, on your couch, or on your bed. It's an epic. It deserves the ritual, you know, to get some friends, to make the trip, to make it a night, to make it an event, and submerge yourself in this glamorous drama. I think the way the story happened and the way Ridley Scott projected it into this film, it's also gonna make the audience maybe wonder about morality. And I think that it's not gonna be one of those films where the audience walk out of it and everybody thinks the same thing. There's a lot of gray areas that he manages brilliantly.